All right, we get this question all the time. How do you clean a high dollar optic? We've had rifle scopes here that cost $100. When I was a kid, I've had rifle scopes that cost more than $5,000. I've had camera lenses that cost in excess of $10,000 to $20,000. And I want to share with you how we clean them all. So you ready for this? The first thing is make sure you put your rifle scope on properly. Put it on with a set of Picatinny rails and with this set of rings that you can actually pop your scope off with just 2 screws. So these are Badger Ordnance, my favorite. And if you want to properly clean your scope to where she'll look great forever and last forever and perform really well for a long time to come, take this off. Something so simple as a cotton t-shirt. Here we go. All right, here we go. This is about as high tech as it gets. First thing you want to do is make sure you rinse your lenses. So without squirting water everywhere all over the place, just take a little thing at your sink here, squirt the front of your lenses down like crazy. Get all kinds of water in there. The reason we're doing that is any dust and dirt and debris that's laying in the inside corners in here, we don't want to get that on our towel or our cotton t-shirt when we go to rinse it off. So the first thing I'll do is I'm just going to work that around those corners, rinse it. The next thing you're going to do is take good old Dawn dishwashing liquid. Now, make sure it's Dawn dishwashing liquid, not any type of Great Value brand or any type of dish liquid that has an abrasive in it. Just straight up Dawn dishwashing liquid with your finger. Put a little bit of soap on both lenses, just like that. That gets all the ools off. Try to get your hands clean. And now we're just going to rinse them. So I'm going to take this little thing here without wiping my lenses. I'm just wiping and making sure that I rinse all the soap out of there and all the dirt out of the corners. Just like that. The next thing we're going to do is we're just going to shake some of the excess water off. And with a clean cotton towel or cotton t-shirt of some kind, now you can get in there and just gently wipe your lenses, and you'll get all that water off and you will never scratch your lenses. They will look as beautiful 10 years old as they do when they're 10 days old. And come around this end here, I'm just gonna take and keep folding a towel over, make sure we got a clean spot, and just wipe your lenses dry. That's it. That's all we're gonna do. You can get into the corners a little bit. Come over here, we can just wipe down a little bit there. And that's it. And then if you want, use that same cloth, dry off the outside of the tube, sort of wipe it down a little bit. And that's how you properly clean it. The scope glass will look beautiful forever. It'll last forever. Let's take a little bit and we'll fold this around. Got a little bit of water right there. Just dry that off. There we go. Now, let's put it back on the rifle. All right, ready to put this back on. We're going to lock it on our rail in the same spot that she was in before, or close. And I like using a Picatinny rail. I love Badger rings for this reason. Now, the question we always get when we put on a scope, do we push it to the rear or to the front? So we have a choice there. Do we want to push it to where the rings are touching on the front of the Picatinny rail or on the back of the Picatinny rail? I'll give you 2 seconds to answer. Okay, time's up. What if I told you neither? You actually want to take your scope and have it in between the rails when you tighten it up. And the reason being is, if you look underneath your set of rings here, you see that steel bar that hangs down, that insert? That has a flat edge on both sides. If we jam that flat edge against the front or the back of a Picatinny rail and then lock it tight, as your action flexes, it actually has a bite point right there that can actually start getting a little bit of leverage on moving and bending and putting torque on your scope tube. So we have had incredible luck with repeatable zeros, like in other words, going back to the range, shooting the rifle, and actually not having any change of point of impact. Maybe a tenth if it's a bad day, but we'll set it in the middle. So I'm gonna sort of lock these in like so. Make sure that they're seated properly. I'm gonna tighten them up by hand. I'm gonna loosen them just a little bit just to show you that we're sort of in the middle, not to the back, not to the front, right in the middle. And I'm gonna lock these in. And then the most important thing to finish it off is to have a set of fixed stick wrenches so you can lock it in at the appropriate foot-pounds or inch-pounds. This particular rifle scope here with Badger rings is 65 on the bottom. And that is how we clean and maintain our optics and our scopes here at Wolf Precision. Hope it helps. We'll be doing an installation video showing you how we actually install rifle scopes coming up soon, just to show you how we put it in the rings and how we level everything up. But we get constant questions on how do you actually clean your scope. That's how we do it. Hope you enjoyed the video.